guys. So I got something to say, right? Live your life in such a way that if the truth comes out, it's not going to destroy you or your life. Okay. I've done a lot of stuff that, in the past, like, I wish I hadn't, given the perspective I have now. But, if somebody actually, tells the truth about that stuff, am I going to be embarrassed? Yes, absolutely. Is it going to look the best for me? Probably not. But it's not going to wreck my life. There's a difference between telling the truth, telling a really uncomfortable truth or unsavory truth about somebody, and lying about somebody to save your own skin. Especially when the lies are defamatory, if that's how you pronounce that. Slanderous. How about that? So, all of us have skeletons in the closet. All of us. All of us. And like I said, I've got some stuff in my past that I'm not proud of. Were there mitigating circumstances? Yeah. But at the same time, I don't use that as my excuse. And I definitely don't attack somebody, throw somebody under the bus, or lie about somebody in order to protect my reputation. That's not how I do things. I will own my stuff. I've definitely had to learn a few things the hard way. And there are definitely things that I've done in the past that I refuse to do, going forward from that. Because I realized, this is not what I want to be doing. No. No. So, somebody, says, hey, did you do this? I'll say, yeah, because I did. Like, saying that I didn't doesn't make it otherwise, right? Somebody accuses me of something false, I'm gonna tell the truth. I'm gonna tell the truth about what happened. And sorry, but not sorry, because if you attack me for any reason, the gloves come off. I do not protect people who attack me. You want to try to hold me accountable for something I didn't do, you can be held accountable for the things that you did do. And, that's really an unpopular stance. But at the same time, it has to do with character. I know that Jeep. Rock hopper. Character. I don't care if somebody is blood related to me. I don't care if somebody has dirt on me. Dirt. Because I'll own whatever is true. You know, a lot of people want you to cover for them. They want you to protect them no matter what they do to you. They want that security. And that's a really dangerous thing for you. When you are in that situation, okay, you have got to be willing to tell the truth. And unfortunately, in some situations, the truth can be dangerous, for you. And if it puts somebody else in active danger, that's an expensive truth. That's something that you got to figure out if you're going to do that. But in terms of, and this goes back to one of my first videos. There's, if somebody throws you under the bus and lies about you, just for their own benefit, that person does not care about you. That person is not your friend. They are not your lover. They are not. No. No. They do not have your best interest in mind. They don't. And you're asking for trouble if you stay with that person. Because it is eventually going to come back and bite you in the butt. If it hasn't already. So, if somebody knows the truth about you, you better be ready to freaking own it. Because I'm not going to get in an argument with somebody about something that I did and I know I did. No. Now, I will stand my ground all day long if somebody says that I did something that I didn't do. Just straight up. And that's the thing, is don't put yourself in that position. Because people will lie about you. It doesn't matter if it's a friend, enemy, frenemy, whatever, family even, will do this. They will lie about you. They will make false reports. And you've got to be willing to tell the truth. If there's two parts to it, and you've got their part and you've got your part, you have to be able to own your part, because you don't know what kind of evidence they might have. And here's the thing, is if cute turbo, if you say, no, I didn't do this, and they have proof that you did, you have lost your credibility. Same thing goes for falsely accusing people. If you do that, and they have evidence that they didn't do that, or that you did something to provoke them, or, that you instigated, or whatever it might be, your credibility is going to be shot. And then, if that happens, if you do that or somebody else does that, make an accusation, whether it's you or the other party, a false accusation, right? Or a true accusation, and there is evidence, and yet it gets denied. There's a loss of credibility. Huge loss of credibility. And you don't want to lose your credibility. You don't. Because if you do, then who's going to believe you? If something does happen and you've cried wolf, who is going to believe you? Guys, don't turn into the outside lane when you're on the inside lane and you're turning from it. This little Corolla almost got smushed. Bad idea. And that's why I won't deny the truth. Even more than the principle of tell the truth is, if somebody has evidence, your credibility is shot if you deny the truth. It is best to own it, better or worse. It's not something that you have to be proud of, but it sure does help if you can show that you've learned from it. That if it was a prior pattern, that pattern has changed. If it was a one-off, that it hasn't happened again. But if you deny wrongdoing or some skeleton in your closet, there is proof of the skeleton in your closet, and there is proof of you continuing to do whatever it is that you're doing. That's not gonna go so well for you. It's really not. So all I can say, is live a life that you don't have to hide from. Make choices that you don't have to hide from. And, Of course, it's different when you're living with an abuser. Totally different. Because anything that you do that is against the abuser's will or wishes or whatever is going to be used to punish you. So take that with a grain of salt. But in context of normal everyday life, don't deny the truth. Don't try to spin it. Don't try to make it somebody else's fault. If somebody else played a role in that, okay, they played a role in that. But don't try to pawn it off or make it seem like, oh, it's not my fault. It's called personal accountability. It's called responsibility. It's called being an adult. So yeah, you know what? I've got a checkered past. There are things that I have not done. There are things that I have refused to do. And there are things that, unfortunately, I have done. And that I have learned why I shouldn't do. And you know what? The really interesting thing about that is that a redemption arc for somebody is not powerful without that person first having admitted what they have done wrong, recognized that, and chosen to do different. And the worse it is, the bigger the redemption is. And like, that's just part of my story. You know, it's a big part of my faith, is that redemption. You know, without my faith, I don't know where I would be. And that I was taken from where I was and the choices that I've made to where I am now is really incredible. It really is. And I can't take all the credit for that at all. Like, yeah, I'm stubborn to a fault. But the way I see it, God had to come and hit me with a 2x4. Several of them, in fact. And, you know, I received guidance and kindness from multiple people. I received people in my life as lessons, both painful and helpful. And some of them are amazing. Some of them were amazing. Some of them made me realize just how much of an idiot I can be. Just how much I don't know. You know, that's being human. And, you know, a lot of those people and those lessons, it's really just kind of mind-boggling how it was exactly what I needed at the time. Some of those people aren't in my life anymore. And, you know, they were lessons. They served that role and allowed me to learn what I needed to know. The things that I don't want in my life, the things I don't want to do, the things I don't want to entertain. There were some people who protected and guided me. There were some people who taught me about trust, who to trust and who not to trust, and about boundaries. Most definitely about boundaries. And how to keep myself safe, how to protect myself. You know, I've been asked by multiple people how I have managed to get to the point where I'm at, go through everything that I've gone through without having gotten involved with drugs or, you know, overuse of alcohol or, you know, any number of other habits or coping mechanisms. And, you know, I chalk that up to my faith. There was a point in time, you know, when I was being abused, when I would use alcohol to escape because I didn't know how else to. But after leaving that environment, and, you know, even before leaving that environment, once I really kind of got my wake-up call, once it really became obvious that I was in danger, I stopped numbing myself to it. I stopped running away from it, and I started facing it and seeing it and really coming to terms with, this isn't something that's sustainable. This is not something that I can keep dealing with. This is going to kill me, and or the abuser is going to kill me, because when an abuser loses control of you, that is the most dangerous time. It is. So, my faith is what pulled me out of that. And being surrounded by good people who cared about me, who showed me that there was an alternative, and who helped me find my way out. So I believe that those people were placed there. Anyway, I started off with, truth and lies, and I'll end with truth and lies. I have a dog tag. Quite a few years ago, I had a couple of tags custom made for someone who was very dear to me, and I wore that. And it was time to replace them. And one of these tags says in Latin, fortune favors the bold. And the other one in Latin also says, the truth never perishes. So do with that what you will. All right, guys, have a great day.